Hello and welcome back to the Nivo Technology channel. For those of you who are new to our videos, there is a transcript and some links below the video for you. For our South African viewers, the links below are to our Nivo products. For our international viewers, we've provided links to identical or similar products on Amazon. Please make use of the comment section below the video to give us feedback or ask questions. Our staff will respond to all your queries. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter and Pinterest. The links are all below. Today we've got a lot of new things to show you. This video is about the world's first true Android PC. Yes, you heard me right. The operating system that is running on smartphones now comes on a tiny PC of its own. Most of you use Windows and you're not familiar with using free operating systems. Today we want to tell you more about the world of free operating systems. The most well-known free operating systems are all Linux-based. The South African version of it, Ubuntu, is well known around the world and highly respected, but there are others. Now you're familiar with Google, and most people associate Google with being a search engine, but Google is probably the most creative technology company in the world today. Many of Google's incredible achievements are little appreciated by the public. For example, Google runs the world's biggest internet advertising system. Google makes billions of dollars by running adverts on most websites on the internet. Google also pioneered Google Earth and sent cars to photograph almost every street in countries including South Africa. Did you know that Google Earth started out with Google buying up a company that belonged to the CIA? You'll also find interesting things like Google Mars and Google Moon on the internet. Google is also experimenting with driverless cars and many things like the weird Google glasses you've seen. Google has also created two operating systems. The one is Android, which was intended to dominate the smartphone market. The other operating system is Google Chrome. You may think that Google Chrome is just a browser, but in fact it's a whole operating system designed specifically for internet connectivity. Today we've added several videos to show you what people are doing with free versions of the Android and Chrome operating systems. Some people are even installing them on old PCs and laptops. Think about that. You can put free operating systems on some of your devices. Some of the videos we added to our channel have excellent reviews and instructions which you might find useful. Some of you may remember our video, how to turn your TV into a Windows, Linux, Android or Google PC. If you haven't watched it yet, we recommend you do because you will learn a lot about the concept of small PCs and what you can do with them. In 2015, a new company launched a PC version of Google's Android operating system. It decided to create a very cheap entry-level PC for poor people who would otherwise have no access to a PC. That operating system is called Remix OS. That is where the Remix PC comes from. It's a tiny PC built specifically to run Remix OS. But, as you will see in the additional videos we put on the channel, you get free versions of Remix which you can install on PCs too. We've put some candid reviews of the Remix Mini PC on the channel. You will see that when the Remix PC came out there were some concerns about its stability and performance, but when other people looked at it a few months later things had improved. The consensus now seems to be that the Remix OS has great potential. We put a link to the Remix Mini PC on the Nivo site. We think that you'll be surprised to see that it's a heck of a lot cheaper than all the stick PCs we were showing you a few months ago. So the Remix Mini PC has all the capabilities of a stick PC and yet it's a heck of a lot cheaper. The Remix Mini PC is powered by the latest 64-bit chipset and its performance is 20 to 30% better than its 32-bit counterparts. A normal PC uses up to 250 watts of electricity. The Remix Mini PC uses a mere 10 watts. It also has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity to keep you connected to the world and your other devices. For performance reasons, we recommend the Remix Mini PC with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of disk storage. It does have a card slot which can add another 120 GB of disk storage, but if you add a USB hub you could connect an external hard drive with as much hard disk space as you need. The Remix Mini PC is perfect as a simple entry-level PC, but it will also work well as a media center or a simple gaming PC. The Remix OS is a fully multitasking operating system. We mentioned with the PC sticks that it might be better for you to use a remote keyboard and a mouse. We make the same recommendation here. You can also use your Xbox controller with this mini PC. This Remix Mini PC also allows you to do office functions like run spreadsheets and do word processing using Google Docs. If you haven't taken a look at Google Docs yet, please do so. Google Docs is extremely powerful and it's free. Google Docs is like Microsoft Office, but it's on the internet and you can collaborate with other people over the internet if you need to. 2 people or more can work simultaneously in a document. That is very powerful. Its collaboration features are simply awesome. Finally, We think the quickest way to show you the capabilities and usefulness of the Remix Mini PC is to show you 2 short videos. Then you'll be able to see how small it is and how easy it is to set up and use.
Organic and simplistic packaging. Opening the box, you get the Remix Mini, a 5V 2 amps adapter, a short 50cm HDMI cable, and some instruction manuals and installation guide, etc. At the back, you get all the necessary ports. From the left, you have the 5V power port. Next to that, you get a full-size Ethernet port, and then you get dual USB 2.0 ports, a micro SD card slot, and then a full-size HDMI port, and you also get a 3.5mm headphone jack as well. Other than that, you also get a built-in 802.11 BG and N Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.0 for wireless connectivity. Now, although this is lightweight at just 134 grams and are just 1 inch thick and 4.9 by 3.5 inches wide, which is a very compact bevel shaped design with a black matte textured finish with white Remix logo on top. While being tiny, this packs a punch. With a 1.2 GHz quad core Cortex A53 64-bit processor, it can do H.265 4K hardware decoding with the 16 gigs of onboard memory and 2 gigs of RAM. You can also extend the storage up to 128 gigs on the SD card slot, and also use any pen drive or portable hard drives on either of the USB ports at the back to extend even further. Connecting this is also minimal and simple. Just connect to power and use the HDMI to connect to any monitor or TV, and you can use the USB ports to either connect wired keyboard or mouse combo and a wireless keyboard or mouse combo as well. And then tap on the Remix logo on top, which is also a capacitive button for powering on and off the PC. Would have loved to see some sort of LED for status, but there is only a green LED which shows whether it's plugged to power or not. Once inside, on initial startup, you will need to first set up the PC similar to that of any Android phone by inputting your Google login credentials, and you also may get some updates to install. At the time of making this video, it was still at 5.1 Android Lollipop. You can get access to Android's 1.6 million apps through the Google Play Store, and with the icon available on main screen, it's pretty simple and intuitive. The main screen looks somewhat close to Windows OS, and it's also intuitive. It has a trash icon on the home screen, and at the bottom you get a taskbar similar to Windows, and also has a start menu sort of thing with a shutdown restart menu combined here. This also opens all the apps that are available in sort of a format that's relatable on a PC. and also a Play Store to download almost any app similar to your phones. There are many apps that are not optimized for desktop viewing, but it functions well. On the right bottom you get a notification bar and also a tray with Wi-Fi, volume, Bluetooth and memory clean options. You can also drag and drop on this similar to Windows, which is a very good implementation, and watch movies, YouTube in multi-window mode, which lets you multitask easily. In the settings menu, you get to change the display resolution to max of 1080p at 60Hz and also have an option to change it to 720p as well. Now, you may be seeing some lag. That's mainly due to the screen recording. I'm doing on this without the screen recording. It's fairly smooth. Now, with all these features, this is definitely a value for money PC alternative with some sacrifices, but at the same time being compact and portable. There are, however, some drawbacks like no lights indication to store status, no remote desktop feature to allow remote access and use, and it's also slightly sluggish and also doesn't have any upgrade options to a better processor or RAM like on a PC. However, these are recommended for basic computing like using as a media center device or for using while doing less memory intensive tasks like watching YouTube or movies or getting access to mails using Microsoft Office, Word, Excel or PowerPoint, and some Android games or light gaming. And if you do have a touchscreen monitor, you can probably use this as an Android tablet as well to play any game. Don't expect high-end graphics as there is no integrated graphics, but does have a 1080p out.
Well, that's it for this video. We hope you found the topic interesting. Feel free to write comments or ask us about any technology or ideas that would interest you. Don't forget to browse the Nivo website. We have over 100,000 items in stock and we are constantly adding more. Tune in next week for more ideas on how to use technology better. Until then, don't forget to leave comments or ask questions. Cheers.